Hello, my dear students. A very good morning. I hope that you all are hale and hearty and taking appropriate measures to protect yourselves and your family members from the deadly coronavirus. I pray the Almighty God to shower His choicest blessings on all of us and make everything normal once again. So please do take very good care of yourselves and your family member and stay home and stay safe. God bless you all. Dear students, today I am going to explain the very first poem from the literature book Flamingo, which is My Mother at 66, written by Kamla Das. Students, we know that aging is a natural process and it will affect each one of us. But the complexity of life is that children are perturbed by the condition of their parents and wish to be with them. However, they have to leave their parents behind and move on with their commitments. But the question arises how to strike a balance between looking after the aging and ailing parents and attending to our duties and responsibilities. This helplessness of the youth in this materialistic era has been brought forward in this poem in a very explicit manner. Students, this poem is written in free verse. Free verse is also known as blank verse, means it has no rhyme scheme. Moreover, this poem is in the form of a narrative of 14 lines written as a single sentence. This is called enjambment, E-N-J-A-M-B-M-E-N-T. This single sentence poem, punctuated by commas, also highlight the stream of consciousness effect, where one thought leads to another. So in this single sentence, the poetess Kamla Das has very beautifully conveyed the feeling of loneliness that aged people experience and the feeling of guilt which their offspring experience for not being able to be with their parents in their old age. So now let us start the summary of this poem. While driving from her parents' home to Cochin International Airport, Kamla Das, the poetess, notices her mother, who was sitting beside her, dozing with her mouth wide open. Dozing means taking a nap, means sleeping for a while. Her mother's face was pale, like that of a corpse. Now, corpse, C-O-R-P-S-E, means a dead body. The poetess is trying to convey that her mother's face resembles that of a corpse. A sudden fear and pain crops up in the poetess's mind as soon as she observes the physical condition of her ailing mother, and she realizes that her mother is old now and could pass away, leaving her all alone. Though the realization was alarming, it was hard to accept. In order to drive her thoughts away from the agony and pain on looking at her mother's colorless pale face, Kamla looks outside the car. The trees racing past and the speeding car were grim reminders that time has flown by. Time waits for none. Everything in this entire universe is transient. The joyous children playing outside represent youth, energy, vitality, and life. All this probably reminded her of her childhood and when her mother was young. But now she observes a clear change in the physical condition of her mother. After the security check at the airport, the poetess Kamla Das looks back at her mother standing a few yards away, looking pale and grey like the late winter's moon. Now the poetess has compared her mother's face with that of late winter's moon because the late winter moon lacks vitality, brightness, and is pale. Similar is the condition with the poetess's mother. The poetess senses a familiar pain, and a childhood fear of the thought of losing her mother comes back. Overcome with sorrow and fear, she bids her old mother goodbye and keeps smiling to hide her real feeling. So, this agony of separation is brought forward in this poem in a very impressive, and effective manner. The poem, in a way, also sends a very strong message to the youth of today, that is, do not be so busy in fulfilling your desires and wishes that you forget to take care of your elderly parents when they need you the most. At times, situations can be binding, there is no doubt about that, but one should never forget to show one's love, affection, and concern for one's parents. So, this message is very good to be conveyed by this effective poem. Two themes are there. First is fear of loss, because the poetess is afraid of losing her mother all the time. And second is nostalgia, because the poetess is carried away by her childhood premonition of losing her mother. Similar fear we do experience whenever we see the deteriorating condition of our parents. But that is life, and we have to accept everything in its stride. Now let us talk about some of the main poetic devices used in this poem. We know that there is no poem in my knowledge in which the poet or the poetess has not used any literary devices to enhance the beauty and attraction of the poetry. The poetry without poetic devices fails to leave a mark on the reader's mind. Similarly, the poetess Kamala Das has used some of very common poetic devices in her poem to make it more effective and impressive. Many poetic devices we have read in our previous classes, and I'm sure that when you see the poetic devices used in this specific poem, then definitely you will recollect those things. Now let us talk about the main poetic devices. The first, as you are seeing on the screen, is simile. Two examples of simile are there. Her face ashen like that of a corpse, and wan pale as a late winter's moon. In both these examples, two different things have been compared by using the words like and as. So these are the two examples of simile. Second poetic device is metaphor, in which the word spilling has been used to convey the movement of married children, whereas this word spilling is normally used with the flow of liquid. Third poetic device used is personification, where the inanimate trees have been shown as sprinting, means moving fast. And the last poetic device used here is repetition. The word simile has been repeated thrice. So all these literary devices have been used, and apart from these literary devices, some symbols and images are also there, like trees sprinting, married children, winter's moon. Some imagery of death and decay has also been used. So all these literary devices add luster to this impressive poem and short poem written by the poetess Kamala Das. And I'm very much sure that after understanding the entire poem, you will be able to revise it at home.